What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the last video of leveling the solo self-found. Level 59 and 92% Shadow Knight. Today we're in Fungus Grove. And I don't know, it's just a different place to go. And there's some dark blues around. We're just gonna kill some dark blues. We can't kill these guys, unfortunately, because you cannot snare those guys. And they're high. They're like 47 to 53 or something. So that if I can't fear them, or if I can't snare them, you know, they'll run all over the place. And if I can't fear them, they'll summon and they'll just kill me. These, I don't know. I think I killed some of these on another character, on the Beast Lord maybe. I think so. I think if I remember, these don't social. I don't know if that's true. I guess we'll find out. Whoa, they jacked my pet up pretty good. We better grab aggro here pretty soon. There we go. I guess we'll find out. They don't, they're not hostile by nature, but that doesn't mean they don't social, you know? I don't think they do. I think, like, for some reason, I have that memory. So it looks like they don't, or they would have already. So we got a bard over here doing the bard stuff. There's always usually one or two bards around these parts. Ooh. So we're just gonna take it nice and casual. We only need 8%. Just gonna slow roll our way. Ice cream man. Oh man. You know? I don't even care anymore. It's just, it's part of the videos, man. What is my pet doing? Oh, he's stuck. Where? It's a small world after all, dogs. So, you know? Ice cream man stuff. It hits home with the people in these parts. Oh man, this is terrible. This sucks. Also, this would be full of mobs if that bard wasn't killing them. So my snare wore out. This blows. Okay. So let's get him away from this area. The next one we pull, we're not going to have anywhere near this area. This area sucks. So we'll like pull him way over here. Now these guys are hostile towards me, but that doesn't really matter. Oh well, I should have feared a little earlier. We're just figuring it out on the fly. One thing I do want to do that I just noticed is that their density is off from raiding last night. Medium. Let's go high, baby. I'm assuming these things run, although I don't really know. They hurt pretty bad. I don't know what level they are. I wonder if they're higher than 45. Maybe. Let's get them running, though. I don't know anything about this camp, so this is not a learning thing. This is probably sucks. I mean, we might not even necessarily stay here the whole time. We'll just see how it goes. I could go look for other shit to kill, but, you know, the bards have that other stuff on lock, and this other stuff turned out not to be an option. I thought I was going to be able to kill that stuff, but seeing as you can't snare it, that's a no-go. The mushrooms look like shit. There's like a pile of them, you know. It's not going to be a good time. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'll go ahead and pop a potion. Why not? Not going to utilize it very well, but hey, all we really need is 8%. If I waste it, who really cares? And then I have one bonus charge. That bonus charge is, I guess, I'll blow it when I'm level 60 to get, you know, some safe XP. Push it to the limit. We got a % off that. We got a spell. We got Plague of Insects. Okay. All right. Let's kill this big one. Should we look it up? An underbulk? We can look it up. I just had so many technical difficulties before starting the stream. It was the weirdest thing. OBS, my recording software. Well, let's see here. Underbulk. Fungus Grove is level 47. So they are higher. They have more life. Couple thousand more life than the normal level 45 stuff. I started before I started the stream, the recording. Like I have 3 monitors right here, and on OBS I can, like, for some reason I used to be able to do it in a lot of my older videos. I could directly capture the Quarm screen. So if I pulled something like if I pulled this into the screen, you wouldn't see it. I could do it and I see it, but you don't see it because I'm capturing the game client. But for some reason, it doesn't work for Quarm anymore. I can do it for like anything else. Like any other game, I can capture the client, but for Quarm, it just does a freeze frame, and I don't really know how to fix it. Kind of too lazy to figure it out too. So you would see this image. It happened in a video. I made it members only because the entire video I was just recording sound. But it was just a still shot of my camp. It was when I was in that Velux group. So you will see one screenshot of wherever I hit record, and then the rest of it just doesn't move. I don't know what the deal is on that. Anyways, so I was trying to so the alternative is to record the entire just display. So whatever's on my middle monitor or whatever monitor you choose, you can record everything on there. So I choose the middle monitor because this is where my game is, so I can look straight forward. But no matter what, when I'm clicking on my monitor, and it knows your monitor's brand. So my middle monitor is like an expensive monitor, whereas the other 2 on the sides, it's just for like watching YouTube and stuff. They're actually TVs, like 32-inch Vizios. They're, you know, so they're nothing special. Now, my LG in the middle, so I'll select LG, and it just won't switch to the LG, and I couldn't figure it out. Kept restarting stuff, whatever. And there was an update that I had been avoiding, so I finally updated it. That didn't work. So I ended up having to restart my computer, and after all of that stuff, I got it working, but updating the client, oh man, it messed a bunch of stuff up. Like, for some reason, it got rid of like my sound channels, and it's just like, dude, come on, dude. This is why nobody ever wants to update shit, because you go and fuck with our stuff. This underbulk, it's pretty bulky. Little crustacean boy. Ringo? Reminds me of the homies over in Paladol. Oh fuck. He's coming. So okay, he's got a lot of life, so my Dooming Darkness runs out. And he still had 60%. I don't want to Dooming Darkness him a 3rd time. We got to work his ass. What else has fallen off? We got Blood Boil only? Oh my god. We're going to have to redot him. Oh my god. This guy's got a shit ton of life. Oh no. Oh jeez. Oh god. We're going over to the hill. Oh boy. Oh, the pet's gone. He's never coming back. It's gonna take a lot of my mana. I'm probably gonna have to snare him again. He's taking so long to kill. Hopefully he gives us like 2%. That'd be cool. That'd be worth it. I highly doubt it. There's no way. There's no way. I'm just gonna snare him a 3rd time. I don't want any trouble. We're just chilling. We're actually not in a hurry. You know, we only need 7%, man. I'm so, you know, oops, ow. I'm just not creative. I don't know what to do as a last name. I'm starting to think of like, I don't know. So my name is from Diablo. And although there is a Doombringer in Dota, because Dota was made in Warcraft 3's engine, and Warcraft 3 is Blizzard, which is also Diablo. So the creators of Dota, the old Dota, not Dota 2. So this guy doesn't run. You don't run? My guy, you hit me for 2, 1, what? He He jacked me up. Woo. Dude, straight up hit me 3 times for 123 in a row. Damn, dog. Let me siphon some of that HP. Whatever. We'll sit for a minute. Oh my god. Just die, dude. Holy crap. He's always like berserk or some shit. Oh. Did he go into a frenzy? What happened? Let's see. I think he went into like some sort of frenzy or something. I don't know where we'd find it. I'm pretty sure. Because he just started fucking me up. I don't know. I just made that up, but it feels like it's true. Here, we can click on one. Let's click on them and see if it tells you in here. Nope, doesn't say anything. Cool. Maybe I just made all that up. Seemed pretty frenzied. Sit here and regenerate a little bit. Let's get rid of Heart Flutter. And I'm gonna bust out we're gonna bust out the old, what is it? It's under actually taps. We're gonna bust out the Vampiric Curse. That'll keep us topped off. What was we talking about? Dudes, I have enough shit for another 2-hour rant video probably, but I don't know. I'm trying to not make it this video. I don't want to rant in this video again. It's got to be like a unrelated video. Like, let's finish this off in peace, you know, and just let's get a little nice little cap to the series or whatever. But man, since I saw you guys last, well, not since I saw you last, but since the last episode of the Shadow Knight, there was that. I got to finish talking about what I was talking about, but I don't remember what it was anymore. It was something about OBS sucking ass. Long story short, it's working now, but I had to do a bunch of shit. All right, let's move on. Oh, that scared me. So, well, see, now what we're doing is wasting a ton of time because I got a potion running, but we need a regen quite a bit here. Anyways, yeah, so since the last episode, there was the announcement of the EQ Legends server, which is Daybreak, their version of THJ. So the court case is over. Yeah. Why does everybody suddenly near me? What are you doing? You're just hanging out? I didn't want a giant train coming by. The court case ended. There's that good video by Rise of Zek with all the deets. You could check that out. You know, I was never into THJ. I think everybody who watches these videos knows that. You know, the more I always said, now this is early THJ days, like within the first couple of months of it coming out, I always said that I'm just happy there's more EverQuest to play. So, you know, if people want to go play it, go play it. But I kept being asked to go play it, like, hey, you should go play it and make some videos or whatever. And then my answer was just like, it's just not really my thing. And I'm kind of in the middle of, especially at that time, I was in the middle of Quarm. Because you got to think that was like a year ago and there's just like a lot going on. Right now we're kind of in a lull. I'm doing a little like raiding and this, but I'm going to need a break from leveling. Enter Monsters and Memories. But I don't know. I was just like, it just kind of reminds me of Diablo, which it still does. Even EQL, we'll call it EQ Legends. That reminds me of Diablo as well. And I'm a massive Diablo fan, obviously. That's what I was talking about. Okay, birdwalk a little bit. Let's get back to what I was talking about. My title. Doombringer. Yes, okay. So, Doombringer, I should have hasted my pet. Fuck. We'll haste him in a second. So, goddamn, my brain is just not working. I wanted to wait till tomorrow to do this, because today was my 7th day straight of work, and I just got off work and ran a bunch of errands and did some shit, and now I'm doing this. And I was like, I should really just wait till tomorrow to do it, but tomorrow's Friday, and I don't want this to go out on the weekend, and I don't want to wait till Monday either. So I just want to do it. I want to get it done. I'm gonna raid tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm gonna be raiding tomorrow and stuff, and I want to finish. I'm like right there, man. I want to finish. So we're doing it. So just bear with me and bear with my brain deadness. Thanks. Okay. Dota is what I've been trying to think of for the last 50 seconds. But Dota, okay. Since they're all wrapped up in Blizzard and it was made on a Blizzard client, that being Warcraft 3 in the map editor, they took a lot from Blizzard. And so they had a character that was named Doombringer. So, yes, my name is a sword from Diablo, but there's also a character in Dota named Doombringer. Lucifer. Doomy. I probably never actually hasted the pet. Any hoozle. So Queen of Pain, that's another character in Dota. Queen of Pain. So then that was, that was like, I think that was the winner of the poll, was to make my title Queen of Pain. Doombringer, comma, Queen of Pain. I think that was like the winner of that poll, but... And that makes sense, because it's like two things from Dota. Which, in my eyes, was like a Blizzard property. Because when I played... All of the hours I put into Dota was Dota 1. And then I put in probably, I don't know, a couple thousand hours into Dota 2. When it first came out, and really haven't played since. But, another thought was, what did I say? I said, like, I've been thinking about Vessel of Hatred. Because that's like a Diablo title as well, so... I could do Doombringer Vessel of Hatred. That's kind of been on my mind. I'm not very creative is what I started this whole conversation with. But I kind of like that one personally. Kind of Shadow Knight fitting, but so is Queen of Pain. So I don't know. I'll try to think about it a little more. I got a little bit of time, and then we'll figure it out. God damn, these things fuck me up, man. It's crazy. Do the little ones go crazy too? Do they go nutty? Is there a thing, or am I making it all up? Do they get crazy on me? I'm tired of leveling, you guys. I need another spell. What do we got this time? Mark of Retribution. I'm just tired of leveling. I need a break. Everybody gets tired of leveling, and you just take a break. But on this one, I wanted to finish the journey, and even more now, right? Because the EQL is out, and Secrets and Alia is on the team, and so they've been busy working on that game, and that's, half of the... or all of the customer service reps and and the devs for this server. So when I put in a request for a title, it's going to be like, yo, sorry, we're busy working on a game for an actual, development company. But, no. It is what it is. So there might be a delay. Who knows? I don't know how busy they are. I got to imagine they're pretty busy. So I got time to try to figure it out, I guess. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Am I supposed to just like assume like, yes, I invent my title, or I create my title, and I just message it all in one? Just be like, yo, give me my title. By the way, it's this. Or do I hit him up and be like, yo, I got to 60 on solo self-found. Can I get a title and then wait for him to reply and be like, oh yeah, sure. Just let me know what you want it to be. And then tell him. And then it's like a three-way back and forth. That seems like that's going to delay the process. But that gives me more time to think about it. Think about it, man. Rock singers are only rocking half of the time. The other time they're breathing in. All right, 94%. We're getting like 1% per. That's pretty standard with the potion. Let's pull another one here. We're gonna get the old vampiric curse on to get a little HPs going. So anyways, back to the new EQL situation. What do y'all think? I was talking about how that was not really my bag, you know? Because, you know, I play a lot of Diablo, and it reminds me of Diablo, but I love Diablo for Diablo, you know? Like, when I want to play Diablo, I actually just play Diablo. I actively play Diablo still. Now, I don't play every single season reset. I really don't play D2R all that often. I have like a Grail, if you are aware of what that is, like a Grail character on D2R. But for the most part, I play PD2, Project Diablo 2. I've talked about that quite a bit. There's a couple of guys who watch who also play Project Diablo 2. And that's kind of just the version I like. You know, it's kind of like the Quarm for Diablo 2 private servers. And it's really nice. I guess it's more than that, because it's just completely... Not only have they added like the Zeal kind of features, but they've also just like made specs that are useless, like useful. And I should actually re-snare. It ran out around this time last. Pull. I'm gonna have to redot him as well. Oh wow, that broke early or some shit. So let's redot his ass. So we need, I think, Heat Blood. And let's get another Vampiric Curse on his ass. So with all that being said, oh my god. I think I'm gonna try it out. Especially if I get into the beta. I don't know what's going on with the beta. There was the sign up thing. But especially if I get into the beta, I'll check it out. Now, hopefully you can record and show your beta stuff, you know, obviously. That would be cool. If it's like, you can't, or please don't show your beta stuff, NDA stuff, or whatever. That would suck. Dude, I'm gonna put another Vampiric Curse on him, even though he's already almost dead. I just feel like I need to. They turn and hit me like once or twice, and it does so much damage. I gotta just not let fear break, just chain fear or something. That fear lasted a long time. Or is he running? I thought he didn't run. Last time he just stood and fucked me up. That's why I thought he went berserk or some shit, because he just didn't run last time at all. And that one popped now. Oy, so... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we could have fun with it, I guess. But now when the game comes out, it's going to have a sub. They said they don't know, like around 10, 15 bucks or whatever. It better not be $15, you know? I think $15 is not a good, it's not a good play. It's not a good look. I think that's too much. Obviously, THJ was free because it was a private server, but they were making a ton of money in another way. Obviously, if an actual studio that's paying people, you know, we could assume, obviously, that whatever, the devs are getting paid, you know, from Daybreak, somewhat. They're getting a cut of it, so Rogan, that's what I was trying to think. I was going to call him Rogan. I was like, it's not Rogan. It's just such an awkward name. I wish I just knew 100% how to say it, but I'm guessing it's Rogaine. I don't know. There's a fucking A in there. But anyways, you know, I'm guessing, you know, I'm obviously assuming Secrets and the rest of the gang are getting a check. So they got to make money somehow, but $15 is too much, doggies. It's got to be like $7.99 or some shit. I don't know what it needs to be, but it needs to be cheap. But then again, they're going to split that. Obviously, Daybreak's probably going to take who knows what, you know, 70% or some shit, and then they're gonna have to split the other 30% amongst themselves. But it's better than nothing. I mean, they're doing this shit for free already, right? Rogaine's already doing P99 for free. Secret's already doing this for free. So something's better than nothing. Also, it becoming official and people knowing like, oh, it's not. There's like so many people out there who are just not down for private servers. Obviously, most and all of you guys, most if not all of you guys, are down to play P99, you're down to play Quarm, you're down to play THJ, you're down to play a lot of private servers with the looming thing over you that, oh, my shit can be, you know, gone at any time. Now, obviously, P99 had the written agreement a long time ago, Quarm more recently, but at the end of the day, anything could still happen, you know. People can go back on all that stuff. But, you know, I played a ton of WoW private servers back in the day, and the Diablo ones, you know, anything can go at any time. Anything can go at any time. So, you know, a lot of people just don't play for that reason. And, you know, I've poked fun a little bit. I think I did in the Rant video, just poking fun that, what was that about? I don't know, about that same thing, things just disappearing on you. But, you know, you still have the memories, you still got it. And, you know, one day you're just going to stop playing. Like, how many of us on Quarm played on P99, racked up shitloads of hours on P99, have characters over there, but we just feel warm and fuzzy inside because those characters are still over there. Even though we may never ever play them ever again, maybe. But they're still there, and that makes us, you know, that's our security blanket. That makes us feel warm and fuzzy inside, knowing that they're still over there, though. Just in case one day I wanted to go play them, they're still there. But in reality, we may never play them again. That's like Hoarders. Hoarders too. Like, I'm not calling y'all Hoarders. I have those characters. But, you know, I know some Hoarders, IRL. And it reminds me of Hoarders too, because like, they just can't throw shit away, you know, Hoarders. They just can't throw shit away. And they'll keep stuff for like a decade that they just, at some point, they forget they even have it. But they can't throw it away. Or I mean, you don't have to throw it away. Sell it on eBay. Give it away. Gift it away. You know, I don't know. But it's just like this weird thing. And I'm not calling us or you or anybody Hoarders. It just reminds me of that because I know them. I know Hoarders. I have family members that are like, they're not like ultra Hoarders. Like, they're not like TV star Hoarders. They're just like normie Hoarders. But, you know, it's still weird. A little bit, but I'm just poking fun. Because it makes me feel good, too. Like, I don't want the characters just to be gone. I don't, you know, I would feel a certain way if they were just like, hey, P99's gone. And I'd be like, ah. All those characters are gone? Dang. You know? That sucks. I would feel away. But, at the same time, I'm realistic, and I know I may never play him again. Like, maybe I will. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. When I first started Quarm, I was like, I'll totally play both. And then I soon realized, no, I won't. You know? And then later on in Quarm's life, I was like, you know, eventually, one day, Quarm's going to get to Plains of Power. We're going to raid Plains of Power. Plains of Power's last patch is going to drop, right? There's going to be like 3 patch. Oh, shit. Here it comes. Ah! Oh. Plains of Power's last patch is going to drop. And then we're going to be in like the same state as Blue or Green, where we're just like sitting here. Nothing new's coming out. We're just doing the same shit, right? Slowly, population will drop. Whatever. So then I was like, okay, maybe at that point, I could literally just like raid log a character here, like I'm kind of doing. The Beast Lord I haven't played since this Shadow Knight. I'd like to get back on the Beast Lord and get some AAs, get some more AAs. But I've just been playing this Shadow Knight every time I get on. Anyways, and then, you know, in this theoretical situation, I can raid log on here and continue to try to get BIS, you know, like ultra, like absolute BIS, because the server's not progressing anymore. And then while I'm doing that, I could simultaneously level some characters on P99 or something. But I did go back to P99 one day, and I tried to play my shaman. And just like, you know, after playing, and it's got to be, I don't even know if Cynical's like using Zeal yet. I keep seeing people come over here and playing Quarm, and then they're not using Zeal. And I don't know, I'm just like, you're not really playing Quarm though. Like, I guess. But you're kind of playing like the Alcabor project. You know, you got to get Zeal going. You got to get a UI. Even my IRL buddy like doesn't, at least last I talked to him, is not using like a UI that supports Zeal. And I'm just like, well, you're missing out on half of the Zeal shit because you're not using a UI that supports Zeal. You know, the old UIs, you don't get all the bells and whistles or what was in the last video. You don't get all the bell and whistle. As and somebody was like, did AI write this? In the last not the rant video, but the EQL video. Anyways, oh man, I'm all over the place. What's new? That one didn't give us a %. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to play it though. I want to support Roguine and Secrets, you know, because I played on P99 a shitload. I played on Quarm a shitload. And oh fuck, what? Did that bard die? Or he either died or he bailed. See, that's the scary shit, man. And oh fuck, oh what's going on? They're going back up to their home. I think he bit the dust. So you gotta watch out for this shit, man. Bards are dangerous. Yeah, I don't know. That threw me off. What a rambly video. At least the other one I ranted about stuff. This one I'm just babbling. Oh no, my illusion. Yeah. So in an ideal world, I'll make it into the beta because the beta's in April, which is like 5 days from now and up to a month and 5 days from now, depending on when in April. And not much is going on in April. This character is going to be done because obviously I'm finishing it now. And by done, I mean leveling, which is the only part of it that feels imminent. Like I need to get the leveling done. I can figure out AAs and oh my god, I just ate a big ass Chipotle burrito, you guys. I'm sorry. Oh Jesus, burps are coming up. And oh, this fucking thing. Come here. Oh man, this is terrible. What a terrible video. God damn it. Should have waited till tomorrow. Oh, I cannot keep a train of thought. This is wild. I should just stop talking about stuff and just talk about fighting mobs. That's the play. So we're swinging on this beetle here. It's dying. It's about 37%. It's feared. I'm gonna go ahead and sit tick here. We're gonna swing on it some more. Probably drop another fear. Yeah, so anyways, yes. Ideally, it'll come out. The beta will come out soon. I won't have much to do besides raid log. Monsters and Memories is still in beta. So at that point, it won't be coming out with EA until June. Planes of Power doesn't come out on Quarm until October. You see? Everything's kind of there, you know? So, EverQuest Legends, it would be nice to just get in the beta in April, May, however long the beta lasts, I don't know. And kind of get it out of my system right there. Check it out, feel it out, talk about it, know what's to come. And then when it comes out in July, which is ultra bad timing for me, because I'm going to be trying to play. We're only going to be, well, it depends on when it comes out in July. If it's July 1st, we're 1 month into Monsters and Memories. If it's July 31st, we're 2 months into Monsters and Memories. So either way, it's not the best timing. Because it's going to take a while to get cap max level in Monsters and Memories, and that's my initial goal when Monsters and Memories comes out, is to... He's back! My initial goal is just to play one character, no alts, get to max level, because that's typically what I do. That's typically what I do on a new server. And then once I get that first character to max, then I'll make probably a bunch of alts, and they'll be all over the place, and I don't really care when they get to max level. I'll just chip away at them and work on them and stuff. Rockstar. Shout out to Rockstar if you're out there. So now the way I look at this server, right? When it comes out, it's just gonna have classic, so it's only gonna go up to classic. No Kunark, but it will have lizards. It'll have lizard. It's all old graphics, no Luckland graphics. You'll have Froglocks as a playable race with the old graphics, so that, Secrets had that little Froglock thing going on with Quarm before that got nuked. But you're getting that back, so now you could be old Froglock with viewable armor pieces. The armor pieces will show up on you, so that's cool. They're gonna have not Vashir, but Karen. So you're going to be able to play as a Karen with the old graphics, the old shitty cat graphics. I am wondering, and I asked somebody, because somebody in a comment somewhere mentioned Berserkers. I haven't seen Berserkers confirmed yet, but I haven't finished Nick's video. So I also wanted to say this. Nick, formerly of Monsters and Memories, has a YouTube channel. Check it out. It is Nick Hots on YouTube. And he's posting non-Monsters and Memories videos because he's no longer with the team. And he is just doing personal stuff. And he's, he's going to play. He's been playing Agilon Online. He's going to play this EQL server a bit. And so he's talking about it. So he's going into the Discord. He went into the Discord, the EQL Discord. He searched up a bunch of people asking questions. I guess, I don't know if there was a QA in there or what happened, but Brassy or whatever, what do you call that? The fucking, oh man, what was Lore? The Lore guy that was in WoW? What was his position? Community manager? Some bullshit like that. He's like the community guy in the Discord. So he was answering a bunch of questions and shit. I don't even know if it's a he. That person was answering a bunch of questions. And so Nick went in there searching through them all. He clipped out something like 80 questions that got asked and answered. And he made a video about it. It's like an hour long. I'm in the middle of watching it. I'm almost done, but so I don't know if Berserkers get confirmed in that and I didn't see it or elsewhere in the Discord. Oh my god, this burrito's killing me. But yeah, I don't know. It's a good watch. Go check it out. He just goes through a ton of Q&As. If you're at all interested in the server, if you're not, and you say that server fucking sucks, then don't go watch it, because that's all it's about. I don't really care. So I made that video about the server, because it got announced, and it was like, oh shit, this is something, so let's talk about it. And I don't know, people assumed that I was a shill for the server or something. That video brought out the craziest comments, you guys. You don't even believe. I had to ban 5 or 6 people from my channel. And I don't do that lightly. I don't just ban people for no fucking reason. You can say negative shit. You could say neutral shit. I'm not gonna ban you because you said something I don't agree with. But people are, just going fucking 100 miles an hour, homophobic stuff, all kinds of shit, dude. And not necessarily directed at me, but this is my quote-unquote platform, so I can't just let you say, the craziest shit and just leave it here. And if you're the type of person that's getting so worked up over fucking nothing, then fuck off, get bent. I don't give a shit. But you guys wouldn't even probably believe, some of the comments and shit. Wild. I mean, there's still like some negative ones on there that I just left, but they weren't negative enough for me. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I said, you can disapprove of shit. You could say the shit sucks. You know, you could say whatever you want. I might argue back, or I might just ignore you, but I'm not gonna just ban you for no reason. Did I snare him again? Fuck, I can't remember, dog. Let's get another leech on him, because I'm getting my ass kicked. And he's a big boy, so let's get another heat blood. Here we are, pushed up against the wall, fearing. Hopefully it goes the other direction. Oh, that works. But anyways, all I did was talk about it. I didn't say it was the greatest thing. I didn't say it was the worst thing. I was pretty neutral, I thought. I made fun of, like, the rabid THJ people. And then they didn't, dude, the rabid, okay, look. There's THJ people, and there's the rabid THJ people. Like, I don't know how much y'all pay attention. I know plenty of people who love THJ. I know plenty of my friends who left Quarm to play THJ full-time until THJ went down. I know those people, I like those people, and I support those people. But then there's the other, you know, probably minority, but are loud as fuck, who are just insane. And, you know, it's not just because it's THJ. I always talk shit on WoW's community, you know, but typically EverQuest community, no matter where you're from, P99, Quarm, Live, wherever you're from, typically EverQuest community in general is pretty mellow and pretty chill. But these dudes were out of their fucking mind. So when THJ was going through the lawsuit with Daybreak, like I said in that other video, I took screenshots of every fucking comment in every video that talked about THJ because it was so insane. I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't wrap my head around it. Remember, Sendrith was just going crazy, making all kinds of videos because he just was losing his mind, like reading some of the shit. People were blinded. Like, it's just like, you know, my favorite one was, you know, THJ has Daybreak by the balls. There's no way Daybreak can win this. Daybreak, just, man, it hurt so bad. That was the worst okay, I will say this. Hate me if you want. I don't give a shit. But that the worst EverQuest community I've ever seen came from THJ. I think I will say that. Now, hear me out. I'm not saying THJ was the worst community ever. I'm saying the tiny, loud, negative people, the worst group of tiny, loud, negative people I've ever seen happened to come from the overall larger, I'm trying to fucking walk on eggshells here, the overall larger THJ community, this little tiny subgroup of the THJ community. Somebody's got to be the worst. It was them, in my opinion. I've never seen anything like it. It was crazy. Okay. Jesus Christ. Where was I going with that? Anyways. What do we got? 2%? We're getting it, boys. So, I made one joke in my what I thought was a neutral video. We're just talking about something that just got announced. Let's talk about it. I felt it was pretty fucking neutral. I think I said a couple of things that I said I don't like in that video. Mostly I was just like, this is what it is. Okay, it's gonna have this. Okay, I said that I trust the devs. I like Quarm. I play on Quarm. I like P99. I've played them more on P99 than I have on Quarm. Quarm's only been out 2.5 years. How could I have possibly played more Quarm than P99 when I came from P99? I played way more P99 than I have Quarm. But Quarm's catching up every day, right? But I like the devs. I trust in their work. And I want to support them. They've given me fucking decades of entertainment, and I've given them nothing. I've given Secrets a couple of fucking Amazon Prime, Twitch Primes. I've given them some Twitch Primes, and that's it. You know what I mean? So I've given Roguing nothing. So, you know, I feel like I'm down to just check out their something they're actually getting fucking paid for. You know, I'm down to check it out. Am I going to like it and play it? Probably not, to be honest. It's just not my thing, but I'm willing to give it a shot and see if it convinces me, because I like Diablo, and it reminds me a lot of Diablo, the whole you're so powerful and you're AoEing shit, and just and then I like EverQuest, so that's why a bunch of people told me, like, hey man, you'd like this. Did I just fucking buff this guy? No. And you know, you may be right. And if it's anything like Diablo, it'll be seasonal. Like maybe they'll do a seasonal thing. Maybe they won't, because they're going to keep adding expansions probably, but maybe they'll do a seasonal thing where, you know, every so often they can reset the server and they can add like seasonal rule sets. Kind of like TLPs. I guess. But more than that, you know, way more custom than that. Like Diablo, in other words, or Path of Exile, like that, where you go like this season, all this shit, and there's these changes, and we've added more custom content, because they're going to add custom content. It's not just going to be the same old shit. It's going to be a different game. That's why you don't have to like it. Don't get upset about it. You know, there's nothing to get upset about. If you don't like it, don't fucking play it. The end. There's nothing to get upset about. It's a different game. In the world of EverQuest. It's another EverQuest game. Be happy about that. You don't have to play it. You don't have to like it. But just be happy there's more EverQuest. And because, and I'm going to get back to the THJ situation, and because, here's something that Nick did bring up, and that's, he said he hopes that this is the first of many. The easiest thing to do is to capitalize on the THJ situation. Daybreak could have sued THJ for money, and they didn't. And the THJ hardcores aren't gonna. This is gonna bounce off. But they could have sued them for money, a lot of it, but they didn't. Instead, they did the thing. If you watch the Rise of Zek video, they said, if you fucking do anything with our shit again, sign this right here. Signing this says, if you ever fuck with our shit again, you owe us $2.5 million. Oh shit, oh shit. Okay, they're gone. So don't just, you know, go away. Don't ever talk about us. Don't even look at us. Just get out of here. And that's fine. So they didn't fuck up their lives. Everybody's like, oh, they're going for them directly and not for their company, not for their bogus company that they made just to avoid getting sued. They knew what they were doing. So they just put that over their head, and they're just like, if you try to be a smart ass, if you try to duck rules, jump ropes, whatever you're trying to do, this is going to land on you. And they signed it. They said, okay, we'll never touch your shit again. Because they don't want to get sued right now, because alternatively, Daybreak could have just sued them and won easily, and then put them into massive debt that they didn't have. Maybe they made a few $100,000 from THJ, but they didn't make millions, probably, I'm assuming. So they could have totally fucked up their lives, but they didn't. They just said, get the fuck lost and everything's fine. And then they stole their shit. You know what I mean? I mean, they didn't steal their shit. They stole their idea. Excuse me. I've already gone back and forth in the comments with people about this. Somebody was like, oh, so EverQuest is just gonna steal THJ's idea and go and make it and make a game and make money off of it. That's fucking cool. And it's like, what? So in your eyes, it's okay to steal the entire IP, steal the lore, steal the character models, steal the boss fights, steal the spell set, steal everything, and then just customize a few little things, steal the entire world, steal the imagination of all these devs over all these years. It's okay to just take all of that, but then the owners of that can't just bite your idea, you know? I don't know, dude. It's like, I'm not saying one is more right than the other. If you want to say, but you can't. Either they're both wrong or they're both right. I don't know. I'm not here to preach wrongs and rights, I guess. Well, maybe I am. I don't know what I'm doing. But my point is, how can this person who said this think that one of those is right and one of those is wrong? You know, How is it okay to steal the entire game world, but then feel convicted, you know, I'm at a loss of words. It's so fucking dumb that I can't even, like, just talk about it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Did they take their idea of THJ and are now using it? Yeah. But, like, you guys, oh, man, here we go. Jesus Christ. But, like, what do we got? 1%? We got to get on happier vibes here, man. But the thing is this, is, like, you see how the P99 devs always played nice? The P99 devs have always played nice. They haven't taken shit for it because they're the original play nicers. They've been playing nice since 2010 or whatever. And so nobody's ever given them shit about it. Quarm came along. Quarm's, you know, got a little pressure and they decided to play nice. So Quarm played nice. THJ came along. THJ, the only one of the three that's making massive amounts of money off somebody else's IP. They, you know, the IP comes for them and they don't play nice. They spit in their face and say, fuck you, we're doing it. Shut down. Fuck you, we're not shutting down. We're going to keep running. We're going to lawyer up. So why do you think that the EverQuest devs would come up to you and the EverQuest owners would be like, okay, well, hey, do you want to work with us on this server? No, dude, if somebody spits in your face like that, are you going to like try to collaborate with them? No, you're going to collaborate with the people who played nice. But there's going to be a bunch of people in the comments who are like, oh, they're fucking pussies and they just like rolled over and exposed their belly and they gutted them. They gutted the server. Fuck off, dude. Yeah. Fuck off with that. And like, if you can't figure that out, then just fuck off too. Cause like, man, like how have you gotten this far in fucking life and not figured it out? You know? Good vibes. Let's get good vibes going because we're gonna ding here. I'm like losing friends. Dinging 60. That's not how it's supposed to work. But like, honestly, man, like some of these takes are so fucking bad. It's insane. It's insane. Somebody left comments like telling me I'm a shill for Daybreak and stuff. I was like, bro, what? I always talk shit on Daybreak. What are we talking about? I haven't paid Daybreak $1 in fucking years, man. I almost played a TLP 2 years ago. When was that? Last year? Almost, but I didn't. And I haven't in like 6 years. And I'm always talking shit on Daybreaks. What the fuck are you talking about? They were trying to tell me, like, I'm not talking shit on the server, on EQL. I'm not talking shit on EQL because I need to stay in good standing with Daybreak. Ooh, because I'm on YouTube. Bro, and I told him, I was like, you know how I know you've never watched a single one of my videos? Because of your comment right here, obviously. It's obviously shown, who the fuck are you? You're just coming in here, you know. That video is crazy because the video got a lot of views for my channel, and it's just a bunch of people who don't ever watch my videos. So they were just like, oh, here's another video I can copy pasta some negative fucking comments. And you see that this is why I took screenshots of the previous THJ lawsuit situation, is because it's the same, it's a bunch of people, but it's the same bunch of people just like copy and pasting these comments on any video that has THJ in the title. They literally go to YouTube, they click on the little search thingy, they put THJ EverQuest, and then they just click on every video and they just control paste the same fucking brain dead comments. Man. Did I ever get to the point? I don't. Okay, here's the happy vibes. Here's the happy vibes. So Nick mentioned, I don't know if I got to this point, Nick mentioned that this is the easiest thing to do, was to take THJ's idea that they already know everybody wants, everybody's begging for it, or was begging for it, and was begging to keep it. Also, did you guys never think for a second that the THJ guys are lying to you? Because they obviously lied to you guys. The THJ devs obviously lied to you guys. A shitload. But then people are still defending. Anyways. And I'm not defending Daybreak fully. I'm just trying to use logic and ride the neutral middle. You know? You don't have to go far left or far right. Just go in the middle and be like, what's the right thing here? You know? Anyways. Also, they weren't the first fucking server to have multi-class. There's other EverQuest multi-class servers. It happened in the past. They were just the first big one that, you know, blew up. But we're kind of in the golden age of indie MMOs and old school MMOs and Slayheim's podcast thing. We're in the golden age. So now was the time. It blew up, you know? COVID happened and everybody's into nostalgia again and whatever. Anyway, so Nick was saying, this is the first idea, but they can still have other iterations of like Classic Plus. It doesn't have to be multi-class. Nick would prefer if it wasn't multi-class. He wants it to be like P99. Like, can there be an official P99? Let's help him out. Oh my God. And we're 2% in because it's that much easier at 60. Oh, we dinged. Let's slash Humi. Oh my God, we did it. Why didn't it say solo self? Oh, I gotta con myself. Wait. This player is running the solo self found rule set. I guess it only if you do this. Why doesn't it say solo self found? What the fuck, dude? Remember, it used to say it. When you who somebody, oh, there it is. You have to who all, you can't slash who. This is a disaster of a fucking video. I'm sitting here ranting on fucking THJ. God damn it. Oh, hey, we got 60. We did it. Oh, we're finally done. God damn. Oh, that was terrible. I'm sorry, Wreck-It, I failed you. I sounded less like you and more like Bill Clinton or something. Shit, my bad, dude. Anyways, yeah, we did it. Yay. Let's get a title. But about Nick, what Nick was saying was this is like the first iteration. Now watch this. Now it's a separate subscription, okay? Say it comes out and it's $10 a month or whatever. You're not on the all access Daybreak thing. The reason is like, well, I don't know the reason. There's possibilities. But it's getting its own client as well. So it's going to be a separate client, maybe through Steam. I'm not sure. But it's going to be a separate client. I don't think so. Maybe you go to a website. I don't know. It doesn't matter. A separate client. But imagine this. And it has to be a separate client because you're getting the old school zones. You're getting all the old school stuff. And the reason EverQuest hasn't done this yet is because they said that they don't officially have like all the old code and stuff. At least this is what they've said. Now, obviously it exists because there's P99 and there's other EMU communities. There's like, you know, there's the one that we're on is the EQ Mac database. And then there's the like the P99 Titanium, whatever database. And there's all these things. So EverQuest doesn't officially have that. Now, could they just take stuff from them too? And maybe they will, who knows? But I think this is the way that they're doing it. But what Nick is saying is that, you know, I saw some people that are sad because they're like, this is like closing the door on P99 green, merging with blue, and then a new P99 green starting fresh. A lot of people have been waiting for that. A lot of people have been wanting that. I thought that maybe it would play out like this because Secrets and Rogaine and P99, Quarm and P99 are in cahoots. So I said, I bet you when Quarm gets to its last patch of pop, then there will be an announcement that a new P99 green is coming soon and P99 green is merging into blue. And then people would get hyped. Oh my God, we're getting hyped. And then, you know, people could finish their Quarm situation because they know if they came out now, would you take some people from Quarm? Yeah, but one, maybe you'll kill Quarm. Two, the server. Two, maybe you'll split populations or whatever. But if you wait for Quarm to like finish its timeline, and then everybody's like, okay, you know, we did everything. We've been raiding for a couple of months. Speak of the devil. Wreck-It himself. And, What a terrible video. God damn it. My bad. Fuck. I fucked this one up. But anyways, ranting again. I said I wasn't going to rant. I said it was for another video, and then I just did it. But I have so much more to rant about. Shit's been crazy. Shit's been crazy. But, anyways, yeah. So, okay. So imagine this then. Imagine, oh yeah, so that was my idea, is like they'll do that, and then pretty much that would probably kill Quarm for the most part. Maybe not completely. People might still raid log or whatever, but then pretty much everybody would run over to P99 because it's a fresh server, and everybody would be done with their playthrough of Quarm. Maybe you want to make more alts, maybe you weren't, you know, gonna quit, but something like that might get you to quit or get you to go over there. I just felt like that would be the smoothest transition, right? So I was like, they could be plotting. But okay, so now in light of this EQL or whatever, imagine if they start a new client, right? And now on this old school client, because then you have, because all the TLPs and shit, that's all running on the new game. Just because the TLP starts in Classic and the only thing out is Classic, not even Kunark or Ixars are out, it's just Classic. You still have the dumbass new Freeport, the dumbass North Row, South Row with no Oasis of Mar, the dumbass Common Lands with no East and West, all the new newbie zones, all this bullshit, right? New graphics, all that crap. You still have that, and you're stuck with it. There's nothing you can do about it, and they won't do anything about it. They're like, this is it. This is the client we have. This is what we're using, period. So this is a way for them to branch out. And now we're gonna get this new older client, new older client. This new to us, a new official in a way, older client. So think of this: they can start spinning up servers. They can P99 can become official, Quarm can become official, and this basically THJ can become official, and then they can just keep going from there. And then it's up to the devs to be creative and see what they want to do. So a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, but that's bad. Or, yeah, but I play on P99 and I don't have to pay for it. Or, yeah, I play on Quarm and I don't have to pay for it. True. That is true. But there's something that you'll get in return. What you'll get in return is like more dev work, I guess. You know, they'll be able to spend more time now, arguably. But hey, THJ was, you know, the devs on THJ were spinning out changes and spinning out stuff. Yes, but they were also making a bunch of money. You see what I mean? And you can't do that on somebody else's IP. So that's why you haven't seen a new P99 green, because it's a lot of like work and time, and these people don't get money for it. You know, that's why, you know, sometimes it takes time for changes or stuff to happen on Quarm, even though it felt great to me. You know, there's a lot of open source stuff with Quarm, like Zeal. You know, Shara in my guild does a lot of the Zeal changes and stuff like that. You know, basically devs for the Zeal stuff. But Zeal has nothing to do with the actual devs of the server. It's completely separate. It has nothing to do with Quarm. That's a separate open source thing. So that's all volunteer work. But you know what I mean? Like, when you're getting paid to do something, you actually show up to work. You put in the hours here. You don't have a day job, and then you come home from work and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, I got to look into that one problem. And then you're trying to figure it out, but you're like, fuck, I'm hungry. I got to go eat. Oh, shit, I need to take a shower. You know what I mean? You actually sit down and spend your 8+ hours working on the dev work for the server, because that's what you're getting paid to do. And you can you know, you can support yourself doing it. You can have a roof over your head. All this bullshit. I don't gotta explain this shit to you. I feel like I don't, but then I make a video talking about fucking EQL/THJ, and then I read the comments and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Do I gotta talk about this shit like this? But I probably don't need to do it in this video. That's why I said I shouldn't do it in this video, because this is gonna be the normal viewers, and I don't need to talk to you guys about it or like this to you. But man, I don't know. You might say like, hey bro, why are you getting so wound up? You know, I'm the one who's got to read these motherfucking comments. These things are insane, dudes. And I save most of you from it because I try to delete them like right away or whatever. The craziest ones. There's still some good ones in there that where you could read them and just be like, what the fuck are they talking about? What are they talking about? Here's one. LOL, after spending millions to shut down THJ, they put out a copycat. Where is it? They put out a copycat as fast as they possibly can. I can't think of a better backhanded compliment to the THJ crew. True. That is a compliment to them, that they're taking their idea and running with it. That was part of the lawsuit, though. They took their code. Was part of the lawsuit. They had to hand their code over. You know, tell it to the judge. I don't know, dude, but spending millions. You guys think they spent millions? I don't. If you would have asked me a while ago, I was like, I don't even know if EQ has a fucking. I don't even know if they have millions. I'm sure. Obviously, if you look at their numbers, they do, but they don't have a lot of money. I don't think they spent millions. You know, but what do I know? Maybe I'm just ignorant. Anyways, I'm not gonna go through comments and stuff. That one just happened to be right here. So hooray, we got to 60. I'll rant in another video about other shit. It wasn't necessarily. I didn't mean to do that. But there's been like there's been a lot. While we're just sitting here talking, let me see. 15 dislikes. That's pretty good. It's pretty high. 140 comments. That's a lot. Most of those are from not the usuals. Excuse me. And a bunch of them I deleted because they said homophobic stuff and just other stuff. I mean, actually, I haven't even looked to see if I don't know how they get through, because YouTube holds comments as well. Can I see here? Let me see. Because YouTube will hold comments. I should check and see if there's any held comments. Where can I held? Let me see. Yeah, here's a couple. So look at it. I'm gonna show you. Okay, so here it is. Wait, let me. Max power, mentally ill secrets running it. LOL, hard pass. And then he ats me and says, removing comments, huh? Guess you might love that BBC too, like secrets. I think he means big black cock. See this is what I'm talking about. So fuck you guys, dude. Not you guys, but you fucking guys that aren't watching this video anyways, especially not this far into it. But see what I mean? I didn't even remove the comment. Potentially inappropriate. So fucking YouTube held this comment. So fuck you, Max Power, you piece of shit. Also, The Simpsons fucking suck. You know what's good? Futurama. They should have not canceled that one. Anyways, there's a bunch of shit like that. That's not even that bad, dude. There was some bad ones, you guys. There was some fucking bad ones. Somebody telling me I love big black cock. Big fucking deal, dude. But anyways, we'll end it there. But you see what I mean? Like, people are unhinged, dude. Like, they'll accuse me of anything. They accuse me of being a shill, accuse me of liking big black cock, accuse me of removing comments. The only comments that I removed were worse than saying somebody's mentally ill. All right? Saying stuff that I can't repeat here. Saying stuff that anybody in there... You know who's mentally ill is this fucking idiot. I almost said something I shouldn't. But this guy's, you know, how... Whatever, dudes. We dinged 60. We got it. I'm going to get this title. And we're gonna figure it out. And by the way, I don't let comments like get to me. This is all fun and games. We've been on like a little ranty spree previously. The previous rant video was 2 hours long, had nothing to do with THJ or anything. We've just been in a ranty mood lately. Things have been a little crazy, but comments don't get to me. So don't, if somebody says something too bad, I'll just ban them and I'll never see them again. They can create a new Google account, go through the rigmarole of that. But you don't need to go in the comments and be like, hey man, just relax, dude. Like, people are gonna troll and all that. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it, dudes. Like, this, they're not living rent-free in my head. We're recording right now. Not to say I'm putting on a show or anything like that. This is the real me, but it doesn't bother me at all. If you were to like know myself and my friends like in real life or whatever, that's all we do is talk shit. That's all we do. But we've known each other since we were wee lads and all of that, so it's a little bit different. But you know, it's different. People hiding behind their keyboards and shit like that, or they want to talk shit about other people on like my YouTube. You know, like that's not cool. Like, don't talk shit on other people. If you want to talk shit on like, there's just a fine line. Why am I still talking about it? Anyways, okay, I'm sorry. Let's get out of here. I wish I had something else to do. This is a long video though. We made it over an hour. But let's get out of here. Let's take a stroll. See if I have anything else to say. We got another rant video coming up. Not about this necessarily. We'll probably talk about like some of this stuff. Oh, he did die. Oh, wait, that's not him. Maybe it was a different bar that died. Didn't come back. He was ashamed. He's like, I don't want Rockstar to see me. Oh shit, those are mushrooms. You gotta watch out. They'll get you. Fucking EverQuest, dude. You know? They set you up. They're just like, we'll just put these here. They won't even notice them. I will tell you guys this though. I do talk shit back. Like, if somebody puts a nasty comment, I've already told you guys this. I'll put this massive like shit talk, and then I'll wait like 5 minutes because I want the notification to push to their phone. So, and this is me. I'm petty as fuck, you guys. You don't even know. Maybe you do. Maybe you're learning how petty I could be through this video. Is this? Yeah. And so I'll wait for like the notification to push, because what I've learned, because people will say something mean and then they'll get cold feet or they'll have second thoughts, you know, they'll be like, you know, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe there's like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't just talk shit on this guy for no reason, or, you know, whatever. So then they'll delete their comment. So I know from experience that I'll look at my phone and it'll be like, you have a notification. So you'll click on it and you'll see like the first part of their comment. And they can be like, hey man, you're a stupid piece of shit. And it'll be going on ... So then you'll click on it, and instead of loading the full comment, it'll just disappear. And then you'll look for it and you're like, where is it? Where is it? It's gone. It's because they had second thoughts and they deleted their comment. Or maybe YouTube deleted it, I'm not sure. I don't think so, because I don't think it ever sees the light of day. I'm going to accept this guy's comment and then call him some names and stuff, probably. It'll be fun. It's fun. But what do you call it? So yeah, so then I'll talk shit, right? I'll get the last laugh or the last word, because it's my YouTube, motherfucker. So I'll talk shit and then I'll send it. I'll wait like 5 minutes because I know there's like a delay. I want the notification to go through, because I'm gonna get the last laugh. I'm gonna anger them, and so the notification will go through and they'll look and they'll read it and they'll see the first couple of lines. And then they'll get enraged, right? They're so fucking mad. I'm gonna click on this and I'm gonna reply to this fuck, and then it's gone. And then there's like, what? And then they can't reply because I've banned them. Now, obviously, they can go out of their way and like make another Google account, make another YouTube account, and then come in there, and then they got to convince me that they're the guy from before, even though they have a different name. Or, hey, you just banned me. All right, but they don't know. The best part of it is they don't know that they're banned, really. You know, they keep trying to put a comment like this guy. Like this guy put a comment that YouTube didn't like, and he can't find his own comment. He's going back to the scene of the crime. Like, where's my comment? Yes. Where's my comment where I said that guy's mentally ill? Let me see the comment. Where's the comment? And then they can't find their own comment, and they're like, this guy deleted my comment. And so they're getting all worked up, and I mean, he must have found his comment, or is that a different comment? Like, how did he reply to himself? If I deleted the comment, how did he reply to himself? Or maybe it deleted another comment. I don't even know how it works, but if I deleted his comment, I don't know. If you made a comment that's like so bad I'm going to delete it, then I would have probably just blocked you. But if this guy's still making comments, I didn't block him, so I'm not sure exactly what happened. Somebody said TH gay. I thought it was kind of funny. I don't know. My roommates are gay. I've lived with gay people my entire life. I don't give a fuck about... I'm not like homophobic or anything. My sisters are gay. I have two sisters who are both gay. I can care less. But I thought it was funny. I don't know. I left that, you know, I didn't delete that. I didn't get mad at him about it. I'm telling you, it's got to be pretty bad if I'm gonna remove it. And if I remove it, I probably removed you as well. Man, there's all. You know what I wish you can do, and I don't think you can do it on here. On your phone, your phone's way better, because on your phone, you can click on somebody's name on your phone. In fact, maybe I can do this. Maybe this is something to do. This video is just dragging on, but it's funny at this point. What I can do is like I can click on this guy's name, and then it'll show me like comments that he's said in the past. It tells you that on, like, you know how like Twitch, you know how, like if you're watching like Asmongold on Twitch, he can be like, let's pull this guy up, and you can see like their comment history, right? You can do that on YouTube, but like only on your app. So let me see how I can find, let me see, held comments. Wait, what did I say? To switch to held, hold. All right, so let's hold this. To switch to held, sort by newest. Oh. That's really weird. Aw, what the hell? It's not here though on this one. Why is it only on that one and not on this one? On my phone it says I have no... Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. Because it was responded to. Okay, let's see. This is what I mean, dudes. So I can see some of his old comments. This guy's commented on my videos in the past. So he's kind of odd that so many people play on a server made by a man pretending to be a woman and has a history of mental issues. You know, he has 9 comments. He has some comments on Monsters and Memories videos that like aren't negative. I don't know, whatever. He says some stuff I don't really want. I shouldn't even have said the last one, but I mean, it's not a secret or whatever, but yeah, I don't know, dudes. People are crazy. Anyways, we did it. We got to 60. Time to get my title. What's it going to be? Not 100% sure yet. Probably be not something very cool, but it'll be my title. So you can't take that away from me. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably leave the solo self-found thing on until... I have a reason not to. So like if somebody wants to get into a group, I can remove the solo part. Or if I just feel like going to the bazaar and buying some shit, then I can just turn off the self-found part. I don't know, but there's no reason to do it until I need to do it, I guess. And that'll leave the option on. Like if I just never get around to it, then I can maybe do something else. Not really sure. Maybe I could just take off the solo part, but leave on the self-found part and not go to the auction house and just go around and get gear. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how much that I'm going to play this guy. I got to get back on the Beast Lord. I want to get some AAs on the Beast Lord. We have... I am going to take a break from just grinding in general. And maybe just, you know, spend some time just chilling and playing. Now, with that being said, if the EQL server comes out, one could argue that's going to be grinding. You know, if the beta comes out in a couple weeks or whatever it is, then yeah, that would be leveling another fucking character. And if I play Monsters and Memories, guess what I'm doing? Leveling another fucking character. Right, so what are we gonna do? I don't know, we're gonna level more characters. I just don't necessarily want to do it right here, right now on Project Quarm. So we'll mix it up, we'll switch it up. But we are going to continue to raid on the Beast Lord, and if I do some grinding on Quarm, I think it's going to be on the Beast Lord or grouping up with people, because I do want to group. See, so I think I'm going to take the solo part off for sure, because if I did play this character, if I want to get like a handful of AAs on this character, then I am going to want to group it. Like, I don't want to grind it solo, you know? So I don't know, guys. But I do want to finally now get around to trying out another class or two on the Monsters and Memories beta, because I don't know what I want to be for my main in June. On June 1st, I just want to figure that out. And I was leaning heavily towards Enchanter. I still might be, but there's a couple more things I want to check out. I want to check out the Archer. I want to kind of check out some of the DPS classes, because like I had said in that post, I checked out a bunch of the tank classes, and being a priest class has never really been my thing, although I've done it a couple of times. I do like shamans, they're pretty cool. I don't know. It would be nice to be a SO class, for sure, that would be cool. Shamans are obviously super cool. Druids are cool, but I have leveled a Druid to max on EverQuest before, but I don't typically, all I did was level to max and never fucking played it again, dude. Like, I just had it on an account where it wasn't this server. It was a long time, it was like 6 years ago. And I had it on an account that could just be hoard around with all my friends. So like anybody could log on it, port people, log on it, power level people or whatever. It was just like that. But me just getting to 60, I was just like, I can't. I was on a TLP like 6 years ago or so. So that's what we're doing in the future. A little bit of Monsters and Memories, a little bit of this. We'll check out how the EQL thingy works out. We'll probably never play it a lot, but we'll probably also check it out. There's a shot that we check it out and that I actually do like it. I just don't think that I will, based on knowing myself and knowing what I do like. Not to say I hate it. Don't hear what I'm not saying. Just to say there is a lot of options right now, and that's low on the totem pole. Much like Adrelon Online. I like Adrelon Online. I like what they're doing. I'm happy they exist. Every fucking single person I know loves Adrelon Online. But it's lower on my totem pole, and there's only so much mother effing time, you guys. There's only so much time. And we have Adrelon Online. We have, I don't know, you could throw Pantheon in there if you want. They're still going. There's Pantheon. There's Monsters and Memories. There's Quarm. There's P99. There's TLPs coming out every fucking year. There's EQL coming out. There was THA. There's all these things. I like to play Diablo, private servers. You know, there's other games that I like to play. There's all these things out, and you only have so much time. So you have to, you have to be realistic. And unfortunately, like, I have to pick one, Adrelon Online or Monsters and Memories, really, because they both are fucking massive time sinks. So I picked Monsters and Memories, and that's what I'm doing. Well, even Pantheon, you gotta pick basically one of the three. It's like almost impossible to play all three, or multiple of the three. And then if you were, then you'd have to stop playing Quarm then, you know what I mean? You can't play like 3 MMOs at a time, you're gonna get nowhere. Sometimes I feel like I'm getting nowhere just because I'm playing 3 characters at once, and I feel like nobody's getting anywhere, right? 3 characters on 1 MMO. So that's kind of where I'm at. I want to play Monsters and Memories for sure, and I want to play Quarm for sure. That's where I'm at. Now, if I can squeeze in EQL in the beta, or if I can just do like it depends on how long is it going to take. How long is it going to take to level, right? Nobody knows that yet, and they're going to find that out during beta, apparently. So let's see, what that entails. Can you just do it in a couple of weeks? If you can just do it in a couple of weeks, maybe I'll jump on. Everybody's going to be grouping. It's going to be fucking super popular, whether you or I like it or not. It's going to be super damn popular, just like THJ basically was. Whether you want to admit it or not, it's going to be. And so, you know, jumping on, you know, you can get in like duos and trios, and you can probably just pound out a character in a couple weeks. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? 50 is going to be the max level if it's classic, so you don't even have to get to 60. You know what I mean? Getting to 50 is easy as hell. So maybe you can, they said it's going to be faster than classic as well. So, you know, how long is it truly going to take? I don't know. Maybe you jump on, you play for a couple of weeks in April where nothing's going on, and then you get to the end, and then you're just like, okay, I mean, that's it. You know, like, what else am I going to do? So then you kind of just be like, when new stuff comes out, or when the game actually comes out, or when an expansion comes out, or something else comes out, maybe I'll jump in, check it out real quick. But I think it's, you know, it's intended for the, you know, THJ had two crowds. They had the casual crowd, who's got 7 kids and 6 jobs and 5 wives and 4 minutes a day to play. So there was that crowd, and so they loved THJ because they can get on, they don't have to find a group, they don't have to find a rep, they don't have to do anything. They just jump on, they do what they want to do in the amount of time they can do. They can AFK every 5 seconds if they need to. They can do whatever. And it was the kind of the game that they love, that they don't have time to raid, but then now they can raid solo. They don't have time to group and see these other zones or get keyed for these zones, but now they can on their own time. And so it fulfilled a dream for a lot of people. And those... It's Wise Runner. /cheer. And, you know, those are the kind of people who are nice in the comments. And I wish I said this earlier, because definitely nobody's listening now. But that's like the nice THJ crowd. But then there was like the rabid sweaties who were like, mostly, you know, those are the guys who were just like so rude in the comments and just like intolerant of like anything and accusatory of stuff and quite frankly delusional about things and how the world just works. But anyways, we're not going to get into that again. So I hope I somehow got it across. I think if you have half a fucking brain, then you'll understand where I'm coming from. That I'm not talking about every fucking person who plays P99. I know a ton, I'm sorry, THJ. I know a ton of people who played it. And I like those guys and I cherish their friendship or whatever. But there was another subsect of those players who are very loud and very fucking nasty, dude. And it's just weird. Now I want to just reiterate one more time. There's loud and nasty people in every community. But when it came to EverQuest, the loudest, nastiest group just so happened, by chance, came from that server. They were pretty deranged. It was wild. Those were wild times back then. And I think in the end, you know, it's kind of obvious with the results of what happened. You know? But those are the type of people who can't reflect back and be like, oh, I guess I was wrong. They didn't have him by the balls. All right, I'm level 60, yay me. Probably next time you see me, we'll be playing probably Monsters and Memories, I think. That'll probably be the next video that comes out sometime next week. I'm sorry that I ended up ranting in this video. I didn't mean for it. A bunch of people probably hate me now because of the THJ stuff. That's just how it works. That's just how it works. I don't think I typically talk a ton of shit on various things, but you know, when somebody talks shit on me or people that I like, I do retaliate, and I am petty. I'll admit that. So I don't start things, but I am down to continue on or to finish them. So sorry, not sorry. Maybe I'll see you in the next video. You staying around?